pay-per-view, a featherweight firefight with undefeated UFC records on the line, and someone's O has got to go. First up, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt fighting out of Spain and riding a streak of 3 straight knockouts into this epic contest. This is Ilia El Matador Topuria. And on the other side, one of the fastest rising stars in the sport, a submission specialist looking to put Arkansas on the map. Please welcome Bryce Thug Nasty Mitchell. And then, the middleweight division is in the spotlight in a battle that is sure to get the crowd on their feet. First to the stage, a South African finishing machine. Looking for his 6th consecutive win, here is Dricus Du Plessis. He faces an absolute crowd favorite from Liverpool and a former welterweight title challenger, one of the most popular stars in European mixed martial arts. This is Darren the Gorilla Till. Next is a battle between 2 of the toughest fighters on the UFC roster. First to the stage, the always game and always ready Texan, who answered the call ready to step up against one of the division's best. Riding a 4-fight win streak and showing the best form of his UFC career, please welcome Alex the Great White Morono. And his opponent, a staple of the welterweight division for over 9 years, a pioneer of Argentina mixed martial arts with signature wins over Neil Magny, Gunnar Nelson, and Sean Strickland. This is Santiago Ponzinibbio. Now it's time for our co-main event. A classic tale of the old guard versus the new. He's a veteran of over 20 professional fights and as crafty as they come. Please welcome Jared Flash Gordon. And his opponent is never short on words since taking the MMA world by storm with 3 straight finishes in 3 jaw-dropping UFC appearances. Here is everyone's favorite Scouser, Paddy Pimblett. Finally, the 2 men on the marquee ready to throw down for the vacated UFC Light Heavyweight Championship of the world. First to the stage, a Dagestani wrecking ball riding a 9-fight win streak. Please welcome the number 3 UFC Light Heavyweight contender in the world, Magomed Ankalaev. And last up, it's the return of Polish Power, owner of some of the heaviest hands on the roster, with wins over the sports elite, including Alexander Rakic and Israel Adesanya, ready to reclaim his title. This is the former UFC light heavyweight champ, Jan Blachowicz.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for coming out today. We really appreciate it. Who's got the first question?
Start with Jan, please. Jan, obviously as a former champion, I mean, you've been through all this before, right? The pressure, everything about a championship fight. So what advantages do you think that gives you going against somebody like Magomed?
Pressure is always the same, you know. I like this kind of pressure. I know how to change this for fuel to fight, you know. I was in his place. I'm in the completely different place right now. You know, I was the champion. I wanted this title back, you know, because I know how good it feels. So I want it twice more than before. Legendary Polish Power.
And yeah, just to follow up, I know obviously Saturday night is what's most important right now, but what is your goal? What's most important for you in your second run as champion should you win? What goals do you want to accomplish?
Right now I focus about Saturday only, and my goal is to take belt again to Poland. You know?
Thank you, Jan. For Magomed as well, Magomed, obviously an impressive win streak that you had to get here. I'm just curious where Jan ranks among those 9 straight wins you have. Is he the toughest that you faced, or is there something that he does that you haven't seen before?
У тебя отличный стрик из 9 побед. Скажи, пожалуйста, где в твоих победах ты ставишь Яна? На какой ступени он? Он будет для тебя самым тяжелым соперником или у тебя уже такие были?
Но у меня очень много были соперников, так как я бился с топами. И этот бой тоже такой же обычный бой для меня. Я чувствую себя хорошо. Я чувствую, что это мое время. Поэтому в субботу вы увидите, кто из нас сильнее и кто заберет пояс домой.
I fought lots of tough opponents before. He's just the next guy. I mean, this is just a regular fight for me. This is my way. This is my path. I need to come out there a champion. So on Saturday, you will see everything that I worked for and everything that I deserve.
Hey, can you put into words what this moment means to you? I mean, obviously, it's been a long journey to get here. What would it mean for you to be UFC champion?
Конечно, если ты можешь объяснить в словах, что для тебя значит выйти отсюда чемпионом UFC, у тебя достаточно длинное путешествие сюда, длинный путь, объяснить себя, выйти чемпионом, что значит?
Ну, это моя мечта, куда я шел так долгое время. Бился, можно сказать, с самыми опасными бойцами в моем дивизионе. У меня 9 побед подряд. Но мы сделаем все, чтобы забрать это.
This has been a really long way for me to get here. I fought everyone in the top 9 victories in a row. I've done a lot. I've done everything I need to do to become a champ. And on Saturday, you will see what I deserve.
And Dana, just quickly for you, obviously things can change, but is the current plan right now, the winner of this would face Glover Teixeira, that Glover is the #1 contender at the moment?
Yeah, obviously it depends on how long Yuri's going to be out, and I don't want to put any pressure on him that there's a time frame for him. Whenever he's ready, he's got the worst shoulder injury in the history of the company, so I want him to take his time, do everything the right way, and yeah, we could probably get 2 fights in before he gets back, so yes.
And just to kind of follow up on that, Dana, no pressure on Yuri, but do you have any health updates yet on where he does stand or how it's recovering now?
No, I mean I had half the surgery that he had, and it was brutal. So I can imagine what he's got to go through, and the physical therapy alone, and then to try to get back in and start sparring again. Listen. I don't want to put any pressure on him. He was devastated that he had to vacate the title, and I just want him to take care of himself. So. Time limit shouldn't matter for him. He should just worry about his health and that he's 100% before he tries to come back. So however long that's going to be, we'll see.
Question for Paddy Pimblett, actually. You have your first co-main event on a big pay-per-view here to end the year. You're facing Jared Gordon, a man who's faced some of the best in this division, including the former champion, Charles Oliveira. So what do you have that Jared has not faced in the octagon?
I'm just different, you know what I mean? As you say, he's fought Charles, and Charles finished him in the first, so I aspire to be champion Monday, so I need to do the same thing, otherwise I'll be disappointed. But you can't prepare to fight me, lad. You can't get a sparring partner who can come in and spar like me. I've got weird striking, weird wrestling, and weird jiu-jitsu. I'm a little weirdo, so, you know.
And you mentioned the Charles beat him in the first round, and you want to do that too. So is your prediction first round stoppage?
Yeah, as always, you know what I mean? If you don't believe in yourself, no one else is going to believe in you, are they?
Request for Jared, follow-up. Paddy obviously refers to himself as a weirdo in there. So when you're watching tape on him, is he a weirdo? Is there a method to his madness when he's fighting?
I don't want to call him a weirdo, but I mean, he's unpredictable. You know, he brings his own style to the cage, and that's what intrigues me. You know, it's just another fight, and you think that you're going to prepare for something in certain fights. Oh, I'm getting ready for this, I'm getting ready for that, and then it never happens in the fight, and you're like, oh, well, I did all that for nothing. And that's how a lot of my fights have been. So, fight's a fight, man. This is MMA, you know. So we'll see. I know what's going to happen.
So what's going to happen?
I'm going to drown him. Oh, and I want to just clear something up. I called you a quitter. I should rephrase that. You never quit in your fight. You just faded. And I'm not going to sit here and say that you just gave up and rolled over.
He just quit when he see me coming.
Who said that? I couldn't hear you.
What did you say? I didn't say nothing. What did you say, Jared? That was some space cadet behind you.
I couldn't
That was some
hear
chorizo, a Spanish sausage.
Oh.
He's so different.
Your boy over there.
When he see me coming, he go to the back doors.
He's obsessed with me, lad. It's heavy.
Shut the fuck
He
up.
hasn't stopped tweeting about me all week, lad. He needs to sort his life out.
Back in the mouth, please, loudly, shut up, man.
What did you say, Jared, anyway?
I
that
said-
little bum's irrelevant.
I said
You're the
that
fucking boom. Long bitch.
you didn't quit. You just got tired.
Yeah.
So I
No,
should
you're right.
rephrase that. I should rephrase that. And
Yeah.
I stand corrected.
Question for Ilia in the back. Has it been difficult being around Paddy? Have you had to stay away from him backstage?
What you said?
Has it been difficult being around Paddy backstage?
I haven't seen him, lad.
I haven't
seen him all week. The UFC have kept us apart.
When he see me coming,
Because, you know, when I saw him last time, he got an hand sanitizer bottle bounced off his foot.
I don't understand you anything. Back in the flouty mouth, like what?
Hand sanitizer, boy!
Fuck you. Fucking mushroom. You wanna
No
talk
one
to
even
me
knows
like a
you by
man to
your
man?
name, lad. You're known as hand sanitizer, boy. You little
Shut
mongrel.
up. De corazón. Hey.
English, yeah.
Hey.
Speak English.
You wanna talk to me like the man to man? You said something about me. I went to your country. I slap your face. I get at the wasting win. I walk like a king in your street.
Are you talking English?
And what
there?
you did? What you
Is that
did, man?
English?
Yeah, of course I do.
Speak English for the people,
Shut
lad.
up.
Not German or Spanish like you're from.
I'm talking in English and fuck you in English y que te follen en español.
Yeah, Espanol, because you're Spanish.
Yeah.
You pretend to be Georgian when you're not. You were born
I
in
did to
Germany
you in your
and you
country.
live in Spain.
Try to do it
You
in
were
Spain.
born in Germany
And you're gonna see
and
what's
you
gonna
live in
happen to
Spain.
you,
You're a little mongrel.
Shut up.
That's what you are. You're a little mongrel.
Shut up. If not, I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna crush your face right here.
Do it then, you little
Mushroom.
fart.
You have another question?
Do it. Do it then, you little pussy. What? Do it. Do it. Come on, do something then. Do something, stand up. What'll you do? You'll do nothing. You'll do nothing, you little fart. Go and sit back down. Sit back down, you little pussy. Puta.
Fucking pussy. Fuck. Everything he talks.
Little
is-
mushroom.
Hey,
You little chorizo, you fucking Spanish sausage.
you fucking pussy.
All right. I don't know what the hell just happened here, but
One final question for
Yeah.
Bryce Mitchell in the back. Do you think Ilia's making a mistake focusing on Paddy when he had his youth standing across him in the octagon?
I don't care what he focuses on, brother. I really don't. All I know is I'm showing up to whoop ass.
Yes, Bryce. Yes.
Question for Darren. Darren, first of all, is it weird being the second loudest mouth Englishman on stage?
Yeah, it is a little bit weird that I'm not beefing. I'm usually the one beefing. I've calmed down a bit.
When you look at Dricus, what exactly are you expecting from him on Saturday night? Are you expecting a guy who's going to come forward and get into a brawl, or are you expecting a guy who's going to try and out-technical you?
Yeah, I think he's going to try and I think he's going to use his strength against me. He's quite fit, powerful, he's strong, but I feel like I'm going to just be too quick and fast for him, so, we'll see.
Do you think this is a case where the UFC have put him against you to see how good he is, and you're going to prove there's still levels to this?
I don't know, he said something the other day, like when I'm on my thing, I'm the best in the world, and when I'm not, I'm the shittest, so I don't know if it was a compliment or not, but like, I've trained me bollocks off, I haven't cut no corners, so, I'm just ready for Saturday, and it's nice not to be beefing for once.
Say there's no beef, but Dricus, yesterday Darren said that he doesn't believe South Africans use profanity. I'm curious, who do you think are tougher, Englishmen or South Africans?
Well, I guess we'll see about that on Saturday night. When it comes to the tough game, I mean, you haven't seen me give up in a fight. I wish we could say the same about him. All the respect in the world to Darren Till, but at the end of the day, listen, I did say it and I did mean it. We've seen the best in the world in Darren Till, and we've seen the worst of him. And I do believe Darren Till has everything that it takes to be a champion, but not at middleweight.
As I said, South Africans are nice guys, so I'm not even going to beef with him. He's a nice kid.
We'll see Saturday night. I'm not so nice, you know?
No, of course. In the fight, you're a nasty guy, but here you're a nice guy. You're a nice South African guy, so I love you, lad. I might just start some fucking beef myself here.
Let's kick it off, Darren.
Come on, Paddy, let's start some beef. Stop it.
Who's got the next question?
Santiago.
Go ahead, sir.
Santiago, right here. We have seen like fighters like Gilbert Burns or Michel Pereira complaining about fighting opponents. And you were in this situation before. So why do you think it's happening in your weight division?
I don't know. Why they don't find fights? I'm always ready to fight. I'm always looking for a fight. In my perfect world, I wish to fight September, December. They give me the fight for December. I'm happy. They changed the opponent. I'm happy to find somebody for me. Same shit. I'm ready to punch somebody, take the money, and back to home.
Alex, 4 victories in a row. If you win against Saturday, after a short notice fight against this tough guy, do you think you're going to be in the talks for the rankings, big stage, even bigger challenge, finally getting the respect you deserve?
Yeah, maybe. I never really cared much about the rankings. I do know there's a fight card in San Antonio in March that I'd like to get on. It's in Texas. I always love fighting in Texas. But no, like a lot of other fighters lately, I just really enjoy the fun fights. And I just have a theory on like championship, pedestal mindsets that can be really hard to conquer. And I think just kind of traveling around the world, fighting these guys in the octagon for fun is a fun goal, and the fights are always exciting. I'm really happy to get this matchup. I was really, happy to replace Ruthless Robbie Lawler. That was cool, and I was really thankful for Ponzinibbio to accept this fight on a catchweight. Making welterweight would have been a nightmare, so it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Go ahead.
Question for Dana. He's not on stage at the moment, but 18-year-old Raul Rosas Jr. is going to make his UFC debut on Saturday. Just your thoughts on him. He wants to be a champion when he's 20. Do you think he can do it?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Obviously, this is the biggest test of his career. He's super confident, but what he's going to have to battle, I don't care who you are or how good you are, when you come in here for the first time, big pay-per-view crowd, he's going to feel it. So he's going to have to get through some jitters and, shake out those first-time bugs. We'll see how he does. It's a big test for him.
And one for Jared. Jared, I believe you rolled with Paddy in 2018. I think he submitted you in twice to 5 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. Did you get one back on him or not?
We never rolled ever, and the first time we had physical contact
was that hug the other day?
This past week.
No, it wasn't that. We rolled in the blue base.
As a matter of fact, I strictly remember walking into Henzo's, going to the locker room, seeing you on the mat, recognizing you.
Yeah, it was chubby at the time.
Made eye contact, and then you looked at the mat, and that was the last time I saw you in person until this week. Not only that,
we rolled.
No, we never.
I haven't mentioned it, lad. I just got asked yesterday, and we rolled.
So this is the first time you're going to bring that up. All the talk leading up to this fight this year.
Yeah.
This is the first time, with all the talk, that you're going to bring that up. Yeah, all of a sudden, we rolled twice.
No, we did. We rolled once.
Twice?
No, we rolled once.
We rolled once, and you saw me twice.
Yeah.
These are bold-faced lies, and we could see it on your face. And I can admit,
on my face.
I can admit
I haven't got a liar ban on. No,
I can admit
we rolled.
to,
we rolled years
things.
ago. I was a fat bastard at the time. I was like 88 kilo. I was fighting. I'd fought like 2 weeks before.
What's funny too is when I saw you, it was before I moved to Rufus Sport, which was in Milwaukee, and that was
It was years ago.
So,
that's why I haven't brought it up.
I saw you in New York when I was living in Milwaukee in 2018. I don't know, man.
You just said you saw me in Henzo's, though.
Yeah, but that was the year before.
It wasn't. The only time I went to Henzo's was 2018, bro.
I've never
Come on, lad.
With you.
The first time I went to America was 2018.
Never touched each other until I hugged you on Tuesday.
Lad, the first time I went to Henzo's was 2018. I've never been apart from that.
Okay. I have no reason to talk about this anymore.
Yeah, neither do I. I'm not asked.
We're lying.
We'll see Saturday night.
Yeah, we will.
Simple as.
Exactly.
Just one more for Ilia. Ilia, obviously Bryce is in front of you right now, but would you want to fight Paddy in the future or not?
I don't think he gets the balls to face me and close himself in the octagon with me, so fuck him.
Go ahead.
You see, guys, he didn't even give me a response. Why? Because he's scared of me.
Lad, you're irrelevant to my life. Why would I be scared of you? You're a midget with little man syndrome. Know what I mean? You're tiny. Why would I be scared of you? Serious? Come on. Exactly, that's what you're known as. Hand sanitizer boy. You little pussy.
Go ahead, sir.
My question's for Darren.
He's fuming.
My question's for Darren. Your last 2 fights, you did not walk out to Sweet Caroline. Is it safe to say you're walking out to Sweet Caroline this weekend?
I don't know. I don't know. Do you want me to?
Yes.
We'll see. I think it was just because of the whole COVID thing. I just wanted to get in, get business done, no fans, that shit. So, I don't know. We'll see.
Go ahead, sir.
This question's for Dricus Du Plessis. Dricus, Jan, Cameron, Simon vecht samen op hier die UFC-kaart in Las Vegas. Wat sê hier die prestatie van CIT en specifiek van Morne Visser? You and Cameron Simon fighting on the same card in Las Vegas. What does that say about the growth of CIT and particularly your coach, Morne Visser?
Ja, is 'n baie groot eer vir ons om hier so te wees. Ek meen, hier sit ek, dis 'n droom van enigiemand wat die sport doen, kyk en 'n fan is. En hierso sit ek vandag in die grootste platform in die wêreld. Ek en Cameron het baie hard gewerk om hier te wees. Ek's op die main card, Cameron sy eerste fight in UFC. Ons sal Suid-Afrika trots maak en ons sal Topuria trots maak en ons sal as team by die highest teams CIT trots maak en coach Morne Visser hierdie wys net weer eens wat ook al hy sê werk. Ons het 'n ver pad gekom uit ons klein gym in Pretoria en ons gaan die wêreld oorvat en ek beloof ons bring al 2 wenne huis toe vir Suid-Afrika. What I said is it means the world for us South Africans to be here. Myself, Cameron, Simon, you know, it's not a country that's considered fighting in the UFC at all. I'm on a main card on a massive pay-per-view event. It means the world to me, and I promised every single person in South Africa I'm bringing that win home on Saturday night. So is Cameron, Simon. I'm sorry, Darren, but I'm not your fight back to the winning column.
Is daar iets in Darren Till waarvan jy hou en hoe gaan jy hom klop? What do you like about Darren as a fighter and how are you going to finish him on Saturday?
Yeah, you know, as a fighter, I mean, I've been watching this guy. I'm not only a fighter, I'm also a fan of the sport. I know every single fighter, especially in my weight division, inside out. Now, Darren Till, he was great at welterweight. He wasn't great at middleweight, not even once impressed me. But I do like the way he fights. I like him as a fighter. He's done amazing things. He always puts up an incredible fight. And if you look at my fights, there's never been a boring one. So, I mean, that's what I like, is they're giving me the opportunity to put up a banger of a fight and entertain the fans. And that's ultimately what we're here for. So let's do it.
We got one more question. Who is it? Yeah, there you go.
A couple more for Bryce. You and Ilia are both undefeated. So outside of getting the W on Saturday, is being the first man or potentially the first man to hand him a loss, does that mean anything to you?
No, I really don't, brother. I don't really care about his record or him that much, and I don't consider myself undefeated. You know, I've had my ass beat quite a bit in the gym, and, you know, my neighbors kicked my ass when I was little. I don't see myself as undefeated. So, you know, I see myself as a dude who can take an ass whooping and who ain't afraid of nobody.
At Media Day yesterday, Ilia said that he wasn't overly concerned with your grappling because that is what he came from, grappling. So how do you see this fight playing out, and what is your prediction Saturday?
Predict I'm gonna win. I've already proven Ilia wrong. Ilia said I'm a coward. Does a coward show up prepared to die? No, I'm no coward. I've already proved him wrong, and I'll prove him wrong again on Saturday.
All right, guys, I'm not gonna rip this stuff out of here. We'll rip this stuff out of here. We're gonna square them off, and we'll show you guys a quick video of what's coming up next year. Thanks for coming out, everybody.
tension in this building is undescribable. The anticipation is absolutely off the charts.
Here's what's coming up for the UFC in 2023.
Buckle your seatbelts. We are about to go on a ride.
Here we go.
You ain't seeing me win, well, I got some news for you. You'll have to get used to it, 'cause I do not lose. This what I do, and I am not new to it.
This right here is a UFC mecca of the highest order.
This is the moment it goes down. Yeah, this is the battle, the showdown.
The epic saga that is Brandon Moreno and Davison Figueiredo.
This is the fight that settles it all. The UFC hits Australian soil for UFC 284.
I came here to conquer. I ain't gonna stop until I am iconic. Bring it on, bring it on.
Two reigning UFC champions collide in a true super fight.
The lightweight on the line, pound for pound #1 on the line. Let's do it.
Same night in Perth, Yair Rodriguez versus Josh Emmett, interim featherweight championship.
That is a fantastic fight. Yair is a wild man, and Josh is a powerhouse.
You are watching the road to UFC.
At the end of this road, there is a UFC contract on the line.
The biggest opportunity of their fighting careers.
Don't get it twisted. I know what you're thinking, I make it look easy. But you and not me, so there's no competing. We even tell them he's screaming. You would get wiped out. A left, right, and then lights out. The left, right, and the tryouts. While I'm left on the flight out. And that's so embarrassing. Compared to each other, there is no comparison. Some of this confidence, others is arrogance. I say it's both. It comes with experience. You better watch me. I'm on the run. Nothing can stop me. I'm #1. And when I'm on top of the world, I'm screaming the top of my lungs.
Historic night at the UFC Apex.
It does not get much bigger or better than this.
This has been missing in my life.
One way or another, more UFC history will be made.
So many big fights. I can't wait.
You better pass it down.
impossible to say how I feel when I become a champion. For me, it was just a dream come true. You know, I do this whole my life. Finally, I was on the top of this mountain, yeah?
And new light heavyweight champion of the world.
After the loss of the belt, I need to change something and do something more. I do this mental training, concentration, visualization. In my last fight,